Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that, Cashmere, quit, that is very important. So I got a message from a guy today, and he was wanting some advice on his dog. And let me first just start off by saying, if you need help with your dog, that's totally fine. I get a lot of emails, so I cannot always get to them. But the best place to email me is not my Facebook business page. The best place to email me is going to be my Gmail account. The one on my Facebook is for puppy sales. Psst. And so whenever I get questions for training, it kind of damages my... on Facebook, like depending upon how quickly you respond, it damages my response rate because I cannot reply. Like there are people that send me questions and it's literally like a couple paragraphs long, and I can't always respond. I can't always help people. So please help me out by not contacting me for training advice through that system. The best way is just to contact me through my Gmail. Also, because of the nature of a lot of questions, I can't always answer them in that method. There are going to be times where I'm going to ask that people either call me or that they ask that question on the live stream, because there are always going to be times where I need more information. I can't just, a lot of people give me information, but they don't actually give me enough information for me to be able to assist. So this particular guy has a dog that is aggressive, that was growling at him, I think even nipped at him, something of that nature. No, Velocity, don't start. She's in timeout. And so anyway, look, I cannot offer advice for an aggressive dog through email. Okay, it's too dangerous. I don't want you to get bitten, and I'm not going to offer something that I think is going to cause a dog to potentially harm you. If a dog is already growling at you, is already nipping at you, then I probably am not going to be able to offer advice on how to fix it via, email. Like, I will try to offer advice on the phone, but even then, that's not a guarantee. Like, I prefer in those kinds of cases to be able to be there in person, because you have to be able to read a dog's body language in that moment to know if you're pushing it too far. There is an art to it. You need to be able to work with the dog, but you also don't want to take it too far to where you get bit. And there's a fine line there. And in order to know that, you have to read the body language of the animal. So, it's one of those things, a lot of cases can be fixed and helped through email and even through phone, but there are cases that it's gotten so bad that it's too dangerous for me to just step in and say, hey, just do this. And, on that same note, this goes with the alpha roll. I do not, let me be very clear with people, I do not suggest that you alpha roll your adult dog that is being aggressive, okay? That is a really good way to get bit. If you are not the alpha of your pack, and you can tell because your dog isn't listening to you, and he growls at you or tries to check you, then trying to put him into submission is not going to do anything other than make that dog feel that he needs to correct you for trying to overstep your boundaries. You don't start off with an alpha roll with a dog. You just don't. It is... Yeah, Savannah does not alpha roll Preacher. That's a good example. She didn't step up for a long time. When he was young, she wanted no part of his training. She was really super stubborn about it. And she missed that window where she could have asserted herself. Now he's big. Now he's not going to. He knows that she's not the alpha. He knows it. The gig is up. So, it can be dangerous. And that's why I say that. You don't go around trying to make a dog submit that doesn't think that you have the right to make him submit. There are ways of training dogs like that, but it varies based on the dog, on your lifestyle, all that kind of stuff. And that's why I say, like this guy that I'm talking to, I told him, call me. I typically don't even like offering advice for dogs like that, even on the phone. But this guy, he's just doesn't have the money, and he's really strapped, and he's desperate. And it's like, well, as a last ditch effort, I don't mind talking to you on the phone, but it's very dangerous. Dogs can hurt people. And if you're already in a position where a dog thinks that he has the right to put his mouth on you, then that's about as bad as it gets, to be honest with you. So, I don't mind doing phone stuff like that, but on email, not really. Not really. There's hardly ever been a situation where I was able to get enough information that made me feel comfortable enough. And not to mention that I can read you through the phone. I can tell what kind of person you are on the phone. I know when people, you can hear confidence in someone's voice. You can hear, I can, ask you enough questions to be able to really get an accurate viewpoint of who you are, so that I know what kind of methods that you should be using for that dog based on your personality. Because you can't do stuff like I do if you're not my temperament, because then you won't be able to do it in a way that the dog takes you seriously. Right? You can alpha roll a dog all day long, but if you do it with the energy, with like a soft, sweet energy, then you're not doing anything. And ultimately the dog is going to come back up at you if he's tired of your crap. And if that's the kind of dog he is. So it's just, it can be a very dangerous situation. And that's why I really, really don't like offering suggestion for aggressive dogs via email. Having said that, I am going to be doing a new series using my Patreon. So if you are a Patreon member, and you do need to be a Patreon member, because that's where I'm going to be actually doing the live stream. It's going to be a different live stream. Is people are going to be able to call me. All right. I will provide a phone number for people to be able to call. And you will be able to get one-on-one advice from me for your dog. So there is going to be a time limit, so per call, and it depends on how long the live stream goes on for. So I may do something like maybe 45 minutes, 45 minutes, just depends, something like that, to be able to try to get as many people advice as I can. But you'll be able to call in. The call will be heard by everyone, so it will be the kind of situation where everyone will be able to benefit, because it will be then hosted on YouTube after the fact. But if you want to be able to be one of the people that gets to call and ask advice, then you're going to need to be a Patreon member for that. And you will be able to call me and speak to me individually, and I'll be able to provide that advice to you to the best of my ability. So that is the best solution that I can offer as far as being able to help with dogs like that. And to ensure that you get my time, because there's a lot of people that need advice and stuff, but I only have so much time in a day. So this will ensure that you will actually get that time with me. So anyway, but I just want to make sure that everybody understands that I'm not, it is not my intention to go around making everyone think that you need to just go around alpha rolling your dog every time he does something wrong, or alpha rolling your aggressive dog that, growls at you and tries to bite you. That is not a good idea. That is not safe. You're going to need professional advice on how to proceed and how to help that dog the safest way possible. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'll try to maybe do something else later, but that's about all I want to really touch on today. So hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll talk at you later. And just keep in mind, we do have a Gmail. It's located on our website, and that's where you can submit your email questions. Bye.